Okay guys, this is the third part, sixth part actually, sixth part about my video tutorial. It's basically a continuation from the part 5. So in part 5, I was explaining to you that I have this feature DAO IMPL. Sometimes I have a need to get a specific query just for based only on feature DAO table. In this case, that the basic DAO provider base might not be able to handle it. So if it's a very specific to these tables, to handle that situation, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an interface specific to this one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create an interface called iFeature DAO. iFeature DAO. In this interface, now just make it a public, and I'm going to go ahead and add some method in here. I need to, from the table, if you look at the structure of my table here, select everything from, it's a huge amount of record. All the data is kind of like to go into my right database here. IP address record, go in here. I have a huge amount of, sorry, I shouldn't have done it. Basically what I'm trying to do here is like I have so much data from every state has a lot of data. I need to pull a stat, like distinct state alpha state information. So that's the kind of query I would like to write. That is to display my always state name, just to bind that. Okay, so to do that I'm going to create some method here, some interface here. So I'm going to say list of string get all US states, something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and implement this one here. So once I do that, I'm going to say iFeature DAO this, and then of course you guys gotta, what did I do here? Oh, I'm missing comma. That's why you couldn't figure that out. Okay, very good. So here I'm writing NHibernate to grab the distinct state from that table. I prefer to write I criteria rather than SQL. So let's go ahead and use, because it's a more object oriented. Because the SQL is more like a string. Like if you have something wrong in the syntax at runtime, it's always a problem. So I'm going to say something like search criteria, state search criteria, whatever name you like, So, and then of course the cool thing is that in base I have this. I did something wrong, didn't I? This guy has to be protected. Base and then I don't like the name. The create criteria, the type of, in here I know it is specific to type of my object feature IMPL, because this whole DAO is about specific to feature. I don't like this name, so let's go ahead and change, because this sounds more like a private. It's not really. Go ahead and refactor, rename this one, say current NHibernate session. I should have just in one letter. Okay. Anyway, once that is done, so now it's changed here. That's good. And then now you have to do something called state source criteria. In NHibernate, if you want to do a distinct, then you gotta use something called set projection. The projection, there are different kind of projections. This to the name resolution here. It is inside the criterion and NHibernate criterion. I want a distinct projection, and I need to tell the projection to which property or which property to include into the projection. So projection dot property okay. Let's find out the property to add. Okay, and then once that I'll tell you which property to add later. So I will say list state search criteria list, and basically return the list. I have to cast that as a string, right? And then convert that into toList and return to the code. Okay. Now here, when you are dealing with the NHibernate, you are not dealing with the column, you are dealing with the domain object property, right? So in this case, the object that we are dealing with is a feature, and the property we are looking for is state alpha. This guy right here. So copy this guy from here and then put this into here. Okay, so basically this query is saying this select distinct state alpha from the table. That is all it's doing. Okay, you know what? Like we wrote a huge amount of code. Maybe we can start testing now. Of course, let's go ahead and build. Okay. Oh, there is some problem. Let's go ahead and fix that problem. What is the problem? What are you talking about? Somebody is not happy. Type parameter T. Where is the problem? I don't see problem here. The provider base. Feature.impl. It's complaining here. Feature.impl must be non-abstract. Other list. Error list. Show me the error. Here. Okay, let's see. Feature must be non-abstract type with public parameter list. Construct introduce. Feature must be non-abstract. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, that's my bad, guys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Oh. Because I put the restriction now. Okay, good. Everything. So the problem was basically the feature was an abstract class, but I said, in the restriction it has to be a concrete class. That's why I was complaining. And the feature is yeah. Okay, now this guy is happy. Now let's see if I go into now. Maybe I can start using this. Now basically I go into my controller. County info source controller. Let's see I can get all the state name. And here basically let's go ahead and create a little, of course, like if I had to write this in the real world, I would have dependency injection. I would be using either Ninja, the Unity, all different. There are so many kind of different dependency injection IOC container. That's what I will be using. But here For the demo, I'm not going